Heyo, I'm the King Joe, and today we're playing more Elder Scrolls Online. Hmm. Right, before we head out, gotta. Should I deconstruct stuff and whatever, or should I just, like, I don't know, wait till later or something? I didn't want to do that. My finger slipped.
You seek Azar.
Oh, it's bound. Never mind. What else did I want to put in here? This. I wish characters had their own. Had their own banks. But at the same time, it's good that they don't, because then you can't share gold between characters.
What do you require?
Oh, geez. Where'd I get all that money from? Uh, hmm. 15,000. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I just remembered I like the gold in my bank to be an even number. Well, like a multiple of 5 is what I mean. Yeah, my inventory isn't that full, so I could just go for a little bit before having to come back. I'll go finish that section first, at least. Oh shoot, that's right. Gotta get horse upgrade.
I keep and manage the stables here. If there's anything you ask of me, I will try to help.
There is one thing I want to do though.
The Grahtwood should never have attacked even. They got what they deserved.
Hmm.
Jaira Haokota.
See,
Jaira Huokota.
see, now that we're in Grahtwood, my enchantments are going to reflect that by being. Oh, hold on. By being disease and poison damage. And the reason why I chose the slightly weaker enchantment is because even if it's a different type of enchantment, you still can't re-enchant something with the same level of enchantment. So I use the weaker one first, so then when those run out, I can then oh, I can then make a new enchantment that's like the higher level.
I'm looking for work. Know anyone who needs a hauler? I'm real good at breaking down tents, packing them up, and hauling them where they need to be unpacked and pitched. And don't say carnival. I'm done with carnivals.
What the carnival? What do you mean?
I was working in a carnival near Eldenroot. It wasn't a bad job, but the owner, Sarandel, doesn't know what she's doing. We came all the way from the Somerset Isles, and now the performers can't put on their acts.
What's the problem?
I don't know the details. Look, Sarandel can tell you herself. Me? I'm done with that operation.
Thanks, I may do that. Oh, I know this place. This is the Sheogorath town. Interesting thing about this quest is Sheogorath will actually have a special line if you've joined the Mages Guild before coming here, which I haven't, so.
Turn back, citizen. South Point is... I don't know what to call it exactly.
What happened?
I sent 3 of my best scouts into South Point to answer that very question, but none returned. Until I know their fates, I can't request reinforcements. But I won't send anyone else inside until I know what happened to my scouts. You see my predicament.
What if I found your scouts?
I certainly won't stop you. One of South Point's citizens also offered to help find the scouts, but she seemed a bit eccentric. Perhaps she has something to offer beyond alarming theories?
I'll speak with her.
You should know Dareneth has some sort of position in Elden Root. Seems to think her reputation precedes her. No need to kiss the hem of her robes, but she's far less prickly if you show her some respect.
I'll keep that in mind.
Last I saw Dareneth, she was taking shelter in one of the tents. I could do without this damnable rain. It's been storming since we arrived, and it shows no sign of letting up.
Did someone call my name? Did Captain Alonthor send you to mock me? Did you come to tell me I don't know the work of a Daedric prince when I see one?
Daedric Prince? What Daedric Prince?
Isn't it obvious? Madness swept through South Point like a plague, and so quickly. Only one Daedric prince has such power.
Which one?
Sheogorath, Daedric Prince of Madness. You have heard of him, haven't you? Doesn't seem like it's mustering up any excitement.
You don't seem concerned about South Point.
I'm exceptionally concerned. It is my home, after all. But I'd rather show my concern by doing something about the problem. The captain wanted to find his scouts, didn't he? We should get going.
You want to come with me?
Of course. You need someone who knows the town, and I need someone with whom to take a stroll in this lovely rain. No use arguing. I've been getting my way since before you were born. Or do you want a sweet old woman to show more courage than you? Streets are dangerous. We should check the homes, be neighborly, see if those inside know where the scouts are. No scout. And I do hope that smell came out of an animal. No scouts here, just my neighbor. Although this is certainly an interesting arrangement.
Wait, was that a heavy sack? No, it was a vase.
It's not time yet. The mayor said you can't eat me until dinner.
We're here to free you, not eat you.
Praise Arcane. This entire town has gone mad. We should have informed Captain Alonthor immediately, but I insisted we press on. If we'd fallen back, maybe my scouts would still be themselves.
What do you mean?
The mad people brought us to their mayor. I don't know how he did it, but he turned my scouts into bears. Bears! I thought he'd do the same to me, but he changed his mind. Said the town folks should have me for dinner.
What can you tell me about the mayor?
He locked himself in that big cathedral, saw the doors flare up briefly, glowing as bright as the sky, and then it faded. Magic keeps them shut, I'm sure of it. I've had enough of this place. Please untie me. I need to warn Captain Alonthor.
Alright, I'll untie you.
I'm getting out of here. I recommend you do the same.
This mayor. Soldiers turned into bears, people setting themselves on fire, and now a mad mayor locked in a cathedral. I know I should be horrified, but it all sounds so exciting.
What can we do about those scouts?
Oh, I suppose I can reverse the effects of the mayor's magic. After many, many years of honing my craft, this should be a simple matter. But if we're hunting bears, I'll need you to be the bait.
You want me to be the bait?
I'm an old woman, and such magic requires precision. wrestling with bears impedes precision. Slap them about their faces, throw sticks at them, call them harsh names, however you must. Keep their attention while I do the complex part.
What can we do about the mayor?
I have an old scroll tucked away in my basement laboratory. If we have it in hand, it won't matter how tightly he's locked that cathedral door. But first, we should rid South Point of its bear problem. Shall we?
Let's go.
Keep that bear away from me.
Thank you. I can leave this nightmare.
You won't kill me, Daedra! Smash it in the head! Keep it away from me!
The town is broken. Flee while you can.
That wasn't so difficult, was it? Now let's head to my laboratory. We'll need that scroll to get into the cathedral. No use! Get out of there or the lightning will destroy you! We won't make it inside my laboratory unless we stop the lightning.
This storm isn't natural. How can we stop it?
If someone conjured this storm, they do it from somewhere they could see everything in South Point. There's an old Colovian tower nearby. It's the highest point in the town, aside from the cathedral.
Let's check the tower. Ow.
That's it. Have some lightning. You want more lightning? I have plenty to go around. You get the lightning. Now you get the lightning.
I'm going to die from stupid.
What are you doing here? I don't know you.
Are you causing all of this?
So what if I am? They called me an angry drunk, said I'd never amount to anything. But now I have the lightning, and I'll give it to anyone who makes me mad. Shut your mouth and walk away, or you'll get the lightning, just like all the others.
You need to end this storm.
I don't need to listen to this. I'll show you, like I did them. Nobody pushes Rufinus around!
Is that so?
Didn't think you had it in you, but the storm's clearing. We should head to my laboratory.
I always love doing that. Just push him off. That's one thing I hate about clothing. It's like, both with light armor and medium armor, the material will be called one thing, but then the clothes, the armor will be called something else.
Now where did Ah, yes, it's on my desk. Yes, over there. Do you see it? Let's head to the cathedral. We're the last people the mayor will expect. Is that the mayor? Wait! I recognize him. Let me see if I can talk some sense into him.
Who's there? How did you get in? Go. I want to be alone.
Don't you recognize me, Mayor Olis?
Dareneth. Thank the Divines. Sheogorath did this. All of it. He used me.
And how exactly did he use you?
He promised me power. The respect I deserve. But then he cursed my tongue with madness and let me make a mess of this town.
You're so pitiful, even for a mortal.
What?
You heard me! Oh, I've always wanted to meet a person within a person. Tell me, what's it like?
I'm so sorry, Sheogorath. I thought you'd abandoned me.
Owlie, I left you a tongue that drives people mad. But I suppose if you don't want my gift, I can take it from your mouth and give it to my new favorite mortal friend.
No. Think of all I've built here. The wonderful screams I've created, all in your name. Doesn't that make me your favorite?
Oh, very well. Sorry, my second favorite mortal friend. We had a good run, but it's time for your curtain call.
Good. You're finally coming out of it. We should reintroduce ourselves. I don't remember how I came to be here in the cell. When I woke, you were just standing there, foaming at the mouth. Count yourself lucky that Sheogorath had no desire to treat you like a puppet, unlike myself.
Why would Sheogorath inhabit your body?
I was in Eldenroot when I heard some of the strange rumors coming from South Point. When I returned here, I recognized the signs. But when I arrived at my laboratory, Sheogorath was already there, dancing. Then I was dancing. After that, it all went dark.
What happened next?
I saw and heard everything we did, but I couldn't affect a thing. It was a waking nightmare. My own mind, a prison. I expected him to kill us both, but we're here, aren't we? Best not to think of it. Applying logic to the mad god is unwise.
So what happened to South Point?
Mayor Olis happened. He's always blamed others for his own shortcomings, but I never realized he'd been touched by Sheogorath. The only way the madness will end is with his death.
Do you really think he has to die?
He has the power to remake South Point in his image, to the mad god's delight. Where Mayor Olis goes, Sheogorath won't be far behind. I see no other way. Unless you convince Sheogorath to take him back to oblivion, but arguing with the mad god is folly.
We need to get out of here.
I don't see how. Those bars are thicker than sword blades. We aren't going anywhere. It seems Sheogorath made a few changes to these catacombs. There were never any prison cells below the cathedral.
Can't you use your magic to open the door?
I already tried. It seems Mayor Olis bound my magic somehow. I'd say it's maddening, but less so than having a Daedric prince steer you around like a carriage. When they come for us, we can try to fight our way out. If they come for us.
Such despair! richer than a cheese sorbet. I see you've reacquainted yourself with Dareneth. Unacquainted? Unrequited. There. She'll come around to you, like I did.
See, now here, if you had done the Mages Guild, if you have started the Mages Guild questline before this, here he would say something like, "Well, if it isn't my favorite mortal, hunts for books. What do you want?"
Mayor Aulus is a curd in the soup. A real fly in the way, don't you say? Made a mess of me gift. The kind from the wrong end of a dog. I tried to encourage him. Even brought him a hero to destroy. But he couldn't go through with it. Can you imagine?
You're talking about me?
I led you right here to make it all boring again. And what did he do to stop you? Nothing. There I stood, in my best old lady suit, and he said it was all my fault. He just needs motivation. What better than an escaped prisoner seeking vengeance?
You want me to kill him?
Could you kill someone you love? I can't. Well, I have. But not Mayor Aulus. It would be too pedestrian. No. I want you to try killing him.
Why should I try to kill him?
I want him to reach deep down, below all the marmalade and crushing failures defining his life, to find a seed of confidence, and grow it into a tree of gumption he'll use to beat your brains to paste. But if not, any brain paste will do. Even his.
Hold on a second. Was my cursor not being captured this whole time? And I was doing stuff like, I'll go here and here and in this area. That's the whole reason why I have the cursor up for this game. Anyway, I'll do this if you swear to leave South Point forever.
Deal. Oh, and one more thing. Dareneth stays behind. If you bore me too much, I turn her into a goose, roast her, and feed her to you covered in fine Adar glaze. The goose, I mean. It's a mite bit chilly for my Adar pants.
Whatever you say.
And make it entertaining, would you? After spending so much time in this town, I finally know where the Colovians keep their fur hats.
This is your chance to fix this mess. Go, deal with the mayor. If South Point bores him, Sheogorath will leave.
All ready aboard! Here, I brought you some presents. The shiny ones are always the best, wouldn't you say?
And see how Sheogorath has that extra line if you've done the Mage's Guild before? I wish this game in general had more of that, like having... like if you met an NPC in one alliance and then you met them again in another...
You're my new favorite mortal! Well, also you boys, but mostly haste and blood!
If you've met an because there are some some characters that you meet throughout all three alliances. So it would be nice if those also had, like, different lines if you've met them before, which I don't think they do.
What once was and will be, trapped in flesh, set it free. Mad God's breath upon your soul. Endless light shall make you whole.
Bridge is out! My boredom washed it away. Really got in the cracks there. Oh, you can't seem to catch a break, can you? Chin up, just like the bridge. Adversity is the brother-in-law of propensity, as they say.
Why are you doing this?
Well, a proper hero needs obstacle, struggle, repeated attempts at bodily harm. You're going to play the proper hero so Owlie can shine. Or our deal is off. And if it's off, so is Dareneth's head. To Skyrim, in a field, with berries glowing from her eyes! Do you have to lumber about like that? Show some panache! A little swagger!
Swagger, really? I know that's like... I know that word predates, like, when it was thrown around in, like, the 2010s, but, you know...
Good fortune. Might we borrow your innards to settle a wager?
Oh, this just isn't your day. I can never decide between choice and free will. Which will triumph in the end? But why not settle the matter for me? Or you could yank a lever, but that's hardly fun for either of us.
You asked me to kill the mayor. Why are you playing these games?
I just told you, choice and free will are subjects I hold quite dear. So, you could fight a very good friend of mine, or you could pull another lever. Your choice.
I'll fight your friend.
Wonderful! Just say the word and I'll bring him here.
I'm ready to fight.
Free will! Get out here! There's someone I want you to meet!
Easy.
Not much gusto. With a smidge of herb, 3 drops brio. The essentials for a moxie fondue. Fondue.
What do you mean coming to kill me?
It's a gift, a chance to shine, to prove you have some backbone that won't snap at the lightest touch. Really, Howley, I'm quite fond of you. Ooh, fondue. What was I saying?
That you're fond of me. That you don't want to watch me die.
Watch you die horribly, all alone, and laughing my head off when it happens. Oh, that doesn't sound like me, does it? But I'm sure you can work the matter out for yourself.
Please, don't do this. Maybe we can work something out. It's not fair. I never wanted this, any of this. Now I'm to die for it. But you're reasonable, aren't you? We can talk about this. Work something out?
Sheogorath didn't give me much choice.
You do have a choice. Not like me. Sheogorath listened to me. Said he would take me down a golden path. Nobody in South Point ever respected me or gave me a chance to prove who I could truly be. What choice did I have but to make them all see who I really am?
Are you saying you had to... Are you saying you had to do all of this?
My family ruled South Point for generations. But after we lost everything, where was my birthright then? They wouldn't bow to me as they should, so now I've made them bow. It's the burden a true leader must bear. I shouldn't have to die for it.
I made a deal with Sheogorath.
No. I won't let you cast me aside like everyone else. I'll make you see, just like all the others.
I doubt that.
I'll share Sheogorath's gift. Make you respect my power. Kneel before me. Kneel before me. Kneel before me.
What is a boss fight without repeating dialogue?
Kneel before me.
Oh, that was exciting. And depressing. Poor Owly never could finish what he started. And that's why you're my new favorite mortal. When you kill something wonderful, you keep it interesting. Fresh. Dare I say, jovial. Makes me wonder if I should stick around. See what wonderful things you'll kill next.
We had a deal.
Think I don't remember, you daft little sprig. Call me a debt hedger, will you? A deal fondler. Ah, but you're figuring. I've always said grudges are like a good cheese. Hold them inside for too long, and you're the one to suffer. Don't be a stranger!
No, this is usually around the time I stream. I mean, yeah, sometimes I do start at around 11, but I try to start at around 10. Oh, also, hold on. Well, now it's 11, but I started like an hour ago. I need to go back there. Sigh. Yeah, I have a chat box now, and so I have it, like I said before, I have it turned off initially, but once people actually start chatting in the chat, then I turn it on. You know what's another change they made to this game? For the longest time, you see how my stamina is going down for my horse when I sprint? Well, before, even when your horse stamina ran out, you could still keep sprinting. But now they actually made it do what you would expect it to do, where you stop sprinting once the stamina runs out.
What are you doing to my clothes?
Nothing. Shut up. Who put these here?
Oh, you can see.
Yeah, never mind.
Now join the audience.
Oh! I guess it was her. I thought you were going through the art already during that one stream. Where did you find SK art? Like SK as in sketchy? My previous Sona?
I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever see you again. Any news?
It's not good news.
What? Is it my Saurian? Is he all right?
He was eaten by a troll. There's nothing left but bones.
He had so much to give the world. He gave joy to so many. He had many flaws, I'm no fool, but it is truly a waste. I must return to Oridon to plan his funeral. Minstrels from across Tamriel are sure to attend. Thank you.
When you said SK, I was thinking Sketchy Mane, which was the name of my previous pony Sona. But I know what you're talking about now. Just cause, you know, like, hold on. That way. You know, I started getting into the whole brony thing, and everyone had their pony sodas, so I wanted to make one myself, and so that was Sketchy Mane. And like, and so that was my Sona for a good while. But then, you know, the show ended, time passes, and now I'm definitely more of a furry than I am a brony. I don't really have anywhere. I don't really have a place where I posted all of my Sketchy Mane art. I have it on my PC, though. I've posted it here and there, like...
Enough. I admit trade agreements have their place, especially in a war. But what are we fighting for if Bosmer traditions are lost as a result?
No,
You would think we'd chop down
Hold
the
on.
Valenwood. We are paying your traditions as much heed as we can, as far as we understand them. And we've done what we had to maintain civilized conduct.
We'll see if you can stop yourself there. I rather doubt it. That's enough for today. Let's return to Eldenroot. I'm
No.
sure the humidity is getting to some of you.
No really disdain. It's just that, like, brony is such like like an old term that nobody really uses anymore, I don't think.
Hold your tongue, High Elf. King Camoran didn't need Queen Irene's help. Never
Um,
asked for it, in fact.
So yeah,
If Queen
and
Irene hadn't saved your hides at Cormount, you would have lost the Civil War. You lost owe your lives and your allegiance to the Altmer.
You haughty High Elf bastard. The Wood Elves don't owe allegiance to anyone. Least of all, fine
Can those
people such as yourself.
Anyway,
What do you think? I can't speak to this High Elf bastard any longer.
I should be hearing them from all the way over here.
That he can barely function.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. And so, like, you know, there are still people who, even though they've also kind of moved on from MLP, they still use their pony sonas, which is good for them and all. But for me, like, because it's like attached to MLP, I wanted to create a fursona, which is Keijo, to be more of its own thing instead of attached to a specific franchise, you know? So yeah, nothing against my old Sona. It's just, you know, it's just like new stuff. I don't know.
Please enjoy our attractions. I'm terribly sorry they're so limited at the moment.
What's the problem?
I convinced my performers to come here, to spread high elf culture in these lands. Bring a little piece of Somerset to Grahtwood, you see? But the train bugs are sick, our magician supplies are missing, and our storytellers' stories fell flat.
Isn't there anything you can do about it?
None of us know the area well enough to resolve these matters. Now we're a carnival, with nothing but a fortune teller. Huzzah! I'd gladly pay the coin provided by the Somerset Cultural Expansion Council to anyone who would help us put on the show.
I'll see what I can do.
My performers can best explain their setbacks. Connor is our bug trainer, Norian, our storyteller, and Vindare the Magnificent is, well, she's magnificent. I have to describe her that way. It's in her contract.
I'll ask them what they need to perform.
Look at them. Limbs so sluggish and carapaces dreadfully dull. When you've raised the shocks since they were pupae, it gnaws at your heart to see them so listless.
What's wrong with your bugs?
They're having trouble managing the local grass. So I've put them on an all-hay diet. And the climate. It's more humid than they're used to in Somerset. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were homesick.
Is there anything that would help?
When they were younger, I'd grind mud crab eyes into paste and give it to them as a treat. I think it would raise their spirits again. But nobody sells mud crab eyes. And I can't leave my shocks to fade away while I scour the coasts.
What if I brought you mud crab eyes?
I would forever be in your debt, my friend. A dozen would be enough to go around if you wouldn't mind. And I won't mind if they're a little mashed when I get them. Saves me some work.
And the thing about the name Sketchy Maine, there's no real meaning behind it. It's just like, I wanted a name that sounded cool. Like, cool but kind of cute in a way. Like, so like Sketch is like the cool kind of edge part, and then it has like the E at the end to add the little like friendly feel to it. I don't know. And I was also trying to follow the naming scheme of pony names, where it's like it's like a thing, like an adjective or an object or something, and then like, and then it's either like just another word or it's like something pony related. I'm not sure what the mark was exactly, but it was some sort of like minimalist fountain sort of symbol. And when I looked it up, it said creativity from a source or resource. And so I figured, yeah, that suits me because I consider myself to be creative. But I'm most creative when it's like building upon something, adding from something else. And so, you know, creativity from a source or resource.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing to say.
Cyrendil said you had a problem?
That is my problem. I literally have nothing to say to these people. All my stories about the amazing deeds of long-dead high elves. The first rule of my profession is to know your audience, and Grahtwood is not a place to tell such tales.
What tales did you plan to tell?
I planned to seek out wood elf stories in taverns and libraries, but since we arrived, I've heard of countless troubles in Grahtwood. The worm cult, pirates, wood elf rebels. It's all the same. I'd rather keep to the safety of the carnival.
If you can't leave, how will you find any stories?
The wood elves rarely write their stories down. But I heard Scholar Glorolin in the Elden Root Mages Guild is the one to ask. If you're headed that way, would you mind asking for a book? It could be written in Old Akaviri for all I care. Anything would help.
I'll see what I can find in Elden Root.
I hope you didn't travel from far away just to see Vendare the Magnificent. I am not performing at present. My magic cannot function safely in front of a crowd. The, stars are out of alignment.
Sarandel said I should speak with you about your problem.
Oh, did she? Did she also tell you how she promised that would make 10 times our normal take by coming to this godforsaken backwater? Did she mention how she said shipping my supplies wouldn't be an issue?
You're having issues with shipping your supplies?
The shipping was fine. It's the delivery where it fell apart. My belongings arrived at the docks of Haven without incident. But due to the recent problems in the city, no one has any idea when deliveries will resume.
So your supplies are sitting on the docks of Haven?
As far as I'm aware, yes. They're in the nicest looking trunk on the dock. I had it touched up by a painter in Matissan, you know. But with the pirate attack, who knows when Haven will be stable enough to deliver their backlog of shipments.
What if I retrieved your trunk?
I couldn't ask you to lug that heavy monstrosity all the way here. It's triple reinforced steel with an inch-thick lead interior. Discourages my competition from snooping. I just need the supplies inside, if you wouldn't mind, of course.
I don't mind. I'll retrieve your supplies. Well, it wasn't really like an active decision. It was more like a natural progression. People would make the joke that bronies are just diet furries. And so basically, I went from diet furry to full furry. Ow. That lightning kind of hurt my ears. The tower stone discovered. Those under the side of the tower will have boom that increases, I don't care. And now I need to head back to town again for this one stupid quest. I'm trying to get to the big tree hub already. Ooh, a chest. Tears of the Kingdom. That's the most recent one I can think of. Don't get me wrong, Tears of the Kingdom is great in a lot of ways, but like the more you play it, it's eventually like it left a sour taste in my mouth by the end. There are whole videos explaining why Tears of the Kingdom is bad. So, like, look up any of those. Like, I'm trying to think. I forget what their name is, but there's like a YouTube channel of like a Skitty plush, and she has like an hour-long video describing what all the things bad about Tears of the Kingdom. And yeah, most of her opinions on that, aside from a few things, is basically I agree with her. It's like, basically, it feels like there was less care put into, like, the world. I'm trying to think. Like, they just make all of these changes with zero regard for consistency or continuity. Like, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? What about this? They didn't think of it, and they don't care. That's why. What happens to all the Guardians and all the Sheikah technology? Why isn't it explained in the game what happened to these things? Because they didn't think of it, and they don't care. Why are all of these NPCs that Link should be very well familiar with from the first game suddenly act like they don't know who he is again? In fact, not just them, but citizens in general. It's like, oh, you're that guy Link. Oh, and it's like, yeah, everybody should know who Link is by this point. You know, considering he saved Hyrule in the first game, but everyone's like, I don't. It's that's my main gripe, is like the lack of care in that sense, what I just described. And also the story, like, people complain about Breath of the Wild story, but it works. The way they did it still works. But in Tears of the Kingdom, the story is just overall bleh. What was? Oh yeah, Mudcrab Eyes. I was specifically trying to avoid whatever. Grab all that. I don't want the carapace though. Get out of here. I didn't mean to roll dodge there. Ugh. That's the Mudcrab Eyes done. Something I just thought about for some reason is how, like, people complain about the Nether in Minecraft, talking about, like, oh, it's such a miserable place. Like, it super sucks. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point. It is supposed to be a hellscape. Why is that highlighted? I never went over there. I thought there was a third thing I had to do. I have to go there.
Hold your tongue, High Elf. King Camoran didn't need Queen Irene's help. Never asked for it, in fact.
If Queen Irene hadn't saved your hide at Cormount, you would have lost the Civil War.
Good luck finding the mud crab eyes. Only if you have the time. I realize it's not the most glamorous request.
The thing about Minecraft, from my perspective, is like where people see like tedium and like boring grinding and stuff. I see it as very relaxing and therapeutic. Here are your mud crab eyes.
Would you look at that? Just the smell of the thing seems to have perked them up. I'll see if I can use them to motivate my little friends.
Oh my god.
Do you have them? You have them, don't you? Oh, I shouldn't get my hopes up. They fell in the sea, didn't they? I knew it. I have the worst luck.
Here, I have your supplies.
Wonderful. That's everything I need. Once Haven gets its act together, they can deliver an empty trunk. You're welcome to stay for the show. Sit wherever you like.
I might see your show.
You won't regret it. Unless you hate stage performances. Then you'll regret it. But hopefully you'll enjoy it.
We'll see. Do I watch the performance now, or do I feel like...
Welcome, everyone.
Okay.
I am Vindari the Magnificent. This performance is dedicated to someone in the crowd who helped the show go on. I don't want to embarrass them, but they know who they are. And now, I'd like everyone to meet my assistant, Sulamir. Come on out. Sulamir, say hello to the crowd.
To these bumpkins, I'd rather eat grass.
What an awful thing to say here in Grahtwood. But perhaps there's a way we can accommodate you.
What are you doing? No!
That's better, isn't it? You know, I think he's less stubborn this way. All right. I suppose we've had our fun. Time to restore my assistant. Sulamir, return to your true nature.
You fool! You foiled my plans and revealed my true form to everyone in this wretched land.
Sulamir, you were a Jamora all along. I won't allow you to harm these fine people.
You think you can stop me?
No! Release me!
And now for the rest of you.
You forgot one thing, foul creature.
What might that be, mortal?
The people of Grahtwood are closely tied to the forest itself, and you cannot withstand the might of the Green Pact.
This can't be happening. The Green Pact isn't real.
It's real enough to kick you back into the pit from which you crawled. Everyone, bind your will to mine. Together we can banish him.
No, not back to oblivion.
With your help, we've banished the foul Jamora. Behold the might of the Green Pact. I hope everyone enjoyed the show.
Well, that was fun. Have I? No, I don't think I have. I do have it, though. Yet another game I have but never played. And And yes, before you say, I am aware that it was once a My Little Pony fan game that then got turned into its own thing. I did play the fan game. What was it called? Fighting is Magic? I did play that. I thought there was a delve, like, right here somewhere. Wasn't there? Why don't I see it? Unless it was icons getting mixed up or something. Or maybe it was a sky shard I was thinking of. But I could have sworn it was a delve sky shard. Oh well. Oh, by the way, what that guy said earlier, what that NPC said a moment ago, my little friends. I'll see if it'll perk up my little friends or whatever, something like that. That line, my little friends, that just reminded me of that movie quote. The guy with the machine gun, say hello to my little friend. And like, I know people made all kinds of movie references back in the day, like all the time, but that one in particular, I always hated for some reason. It's like, it was just stupid. It's like, you're like corny, I guess is the word. It's like,
a good time.
haha, like, oh, you think you're being all cool and in like you think you're being all cool and stuff like, oh, little friend, when it's a big gun, haha. So I don't care. Shut up. Whenever people quote that, it was stupid. I don't know why. It just, that quote in particular always, like, it just makes me angry because it was dumb. That's the only way I know how to put it, is that it was stupid. Like, trying to be all, like, oh, I'm so cool and quirky with the movie quote, and it's like, no, you're not. It's just dumb. It's like a stupid, cheesy, corny line. Look at that. It's the Great Deku Tree. The who? I don't know what that is.
Fate summons you, champion. Will you answer its call?
I think I know who you are, and so no, I will not be answering your call.
Greetings, champion. Laramil the Wise sent me to find you on behalf of Hermaeus Mora, the dead...
Yeah, no. I don't even have that DLC. And who are you?
State your destination. I'll add you to the list.
Oh, never mind.
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe.
But yeah, most movie quote references I'm fine with, but that one in particular, I just always hated. There might be a few others I hate as well, but I can't think of them at the moment.
Greetings, Sarah. A moment, if you please. Honor to you and your house, Sarah. My lord de Fear would...
Nah, I think you're from Morrowind. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. I thought these NPCs were only to be located in certain towns, in certain alliances and stuff. Are they just placed everywhere now? Anyways, now that we're finally in another big town, now I'll start deconstructing everything.
This is taking longer than
Yeah, I suppose
You
I
believe
could
all
do
you
with some
hear?
new armor.
A Daedric prince. Did your sister see a clutch of butterflies when she was there?
Believe what you like.
Where is the blacksmithing writs? Like, why is there no... Wait. Yeah, why is there no blacksmithing writ for steel? And where's the general goods merchant? That's a bag merchant. I don't care about them. Or do I?
I hate clutter, mess, and chaos. That's why I make and sell bags. So handy to keep things in.
No. I remember what I do. I get 5 storage upgrades first, or maybe... Do I get 5 or 10 horse storage upgrades first, and then another bag upgrade? Getting 10 of them first would give me more time to accumulate more gold for the next purchase. Not that I don't have more than enough already, but still. I'm looking for the general goods merchant. Is there one here? Must be downstairs.
Wood elves.
Hey! Yeah! I should just sell empty soul gems, honestly, because I'm never gonna, like, do the soul trap thing. Yeah, whatever. And it's like I barely use soul gems anyway. Anywho. That could be useful. Though that would also work for shoes too, wouldn't it? Increase self-management, stamina recovery, spell, physical, and then... How come I never find this trait? Like, ever. Yeah, I really don't care about most of these things. All I care about is Invigorate, Nernhoned, even though researchable from exemplary item reward to the dawn of the exalted Viper quest, and items crafted by other players. Trait material from gathering cloth, ore, and wood resource nodes. Oh, it's Craglorn. Oh man, well I'm never getting that then. But yeah, I don't care about... Don't care, yes, kinda, okay. Don't care, yes. This is what I would want for a belt thingy. Wait, oh, never mind. I thought I crafted medium armor for a second. Just enough. Oh, wait. I don't have enough for a sash, though. Darn it. Or do I? There we go. Get out of my way!
Doesn't matter how skilled you are, or what magnitude of soul you invest into an object. In time, the magic will still fade. Enchantment is a study of disappointment.
Okay, then. That kind of mentality can also be applied to, like, food artists. You spend so much time making food all fancy-like, but then it gets eaten. All your work destroyed. Made to be destroyed. Wait, let me think. Shirt, and then, eh, eh, eh. Yeah, that's fine.
Jejora Oko Ta.
Why shop when you can make your own?
Jejora Deni Ta.
Now I look like I really belong in Valenwood. Oh.
Yes, how can I help you?
I'm looking for a book on Wood Elf folklore.
My people mostly leave such matters to our spinners to share, rather than writing it down. I have something, but I can't imagine you'd want an Akaviri spy's writings on our heritage. A cultural infiltration document. Complete garbage.
I'll take it.
Really? You read Akaviri? Well, no matter. You're welcome to it. Let me see, I'll have a copy around here somewhere. A moment, please.
Alright. I honestly kind of hate this carnival quest, which is what this is for.
Here we are.
Hold on.
One flawed Akaviri depiction of my people. I hope you find it as amusing as I did.
What was I saying? Yeah, I kind of hate this carnival quest just because there's like no way shrine right next to the carnival. Like it requires you to go to like all these different spots, but then it's like you can't just take a way shrine right back to the carnival. You have to either like, I don't know, like go to this one and then travel your way back. Stupid.
How could you let that alchemist from Fair live? He was a monster.
Oh, where am I going? I should do this first. I've been called that before, yeah. Whoa, I've never really looked, like, up in this room before. Wow. And the way the light is shining in, too? Nice.
old one, to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner.
Nah, I'm not insulted. Queen Irene sent me to help deal with the unrest.
How thoughtful. I could hardly turn down such a generous gift, especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot. How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Irene promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end of headaches.
What has caused the delay?
Good question. You wish to serve the Comoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king.
I'll ask Prince Naaman.
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape.
King Comoran Eredin says there are some problems with the Khajiit embassy.
That again? My sister, Queen Irene, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy.
Why has it been delayed?
No, you don't get to question me. Not after you slew High Kin Lady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That will break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh?
She gave me little choice.
Then I shall return the favor. Address all further inquiries on the matter to Ambassador Tarinwe. Good day.
That's the only two expressions I have. My neutral, angry, and scared. I've thought about getting sad or tired, but the problem is, like, the thing I use for my PNG tuber doesn't... I wish there was a way to, like, toggle through the emotes, but no, you have to set each one to a key. And I've kind of, like, I'm already kind of limited on what keys to bind emotes to, or expressions to.
You're not one for waiting in lines, are you?
Because, you know, I can't... Well, like, yes, there are a lot of keys, but, like... you know, who knows what game... Like, I can't just set them to, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 and stuff like that, because then who knows what key... I'll play a game one day that uses the 1, 2, 3, 4 key, and so I'll press those for the game, and then I'll keep changing my expressions. Like how sometimes I'll hit apostrophe when I'm typing something, and it'll activate the scared emote. I mean, I could get a... I'm not really sure how the face tracking works. I'm not sure if you can just, like, get a face tracker...
What?
Like a face tracking... I'm not sure if it's as simple as just getting a face tracking, PNG tuber software, or if you need to, like, set it up somehow. There was something I wanted to do out here. Oh yeah, the general store, but I don't need that now. What do you mean, phone?
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
Fate summons you, champion. Will you answer its call?
Oh. Yeah, I don't like those either. And how would that help me?
If you've got a thirst, I've got something for you.
Why can't I sit here? Fine. I'll just stand here then. Oh.
Here's the thing.
But yeah, I've always hated. I know this isn't what you were talking. Hold on. I know this isn't what you were talking about, but I've always never cared for like face readers or fingerprint readers for unlocking your phone, because they've always seemed so, they're always so unreliable.
Do what you promised.
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance.
Prince Naaman said I should speak with you.
Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you?
Why isn't the Khajiit embassy constructed yet?
Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn?
Prince Naaman says it was your Prince Naaman says it was your responsibility.
Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs.
Where are the supplies?
Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice. We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. But, like, I don't know. I prefer to just... I prefer just being able to unlock my phone consistently rather than I go to do a fingerprint one day and the phone decides to be stupid. It's like, oh, that's not the fingerprint. Nuh-uh.
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Tarinway's orders.
Ambassador Tarinway sent me to inspect the storeroom.
She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside.
She didn't give me any orders.
Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course.
What kind of an emergency?
The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim.
I really need to get into that storeroom.
I'm here on the ambassador's orders. I can't leave my post unless there's an emergency.
I use Android. I hate Apple. I don't like Mac, and I don't like iPhones or any other Apple devices.
It is no use. The High Elves care nothing about their promises to the Khajiit. Nothing will change, no matter how much we shout.
All you've done is shout?
Of course, we hoped the ambassador would hear our voice, but it seems those stone walls are too thick. Perhaps the sound of rocks against her embassy walls would bring her out.
You haven't tried throwing rocks yet?
What? No. But if the ambassador is going to sit in her well-constructed embassy, she won't remain oblivious. A few rocks cluttering against her walls should remind her of what we lack. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. Throw away.
What are you
Stop that
afraid
at
of?
once.
What? Finally, this one gets some attention.
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here? I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom.
Ambassador Turinli told me to search the storeroom.
Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find?
The supplies reserved for the Khajiit are useless.
Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun?
She said she hired a local work crew to collect stone from the nearby ruins.
What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her.
The ambassador said she was heading to look for you.
I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Iren's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
Oh, I was like looking for my marker, like where am I?
So you're standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognize you.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Azerith, bind us, stranger. We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room. The king had his suspicions about the missing work crew and asked me to look into it. Seems we both have a stake in this.
How much do you know about what's going on?
I know enough. Khajiit owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why.
Why did the king send you?
Before the Dominion, King Camoran Eridan nearly lost a civil war. I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Blacksap rebellion. But Blacksap would have displayed the bodies, not left them as food for Horvor.
Then who did this?
The king suspects Ambassador Tarinway has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it.
Deal with it how?
Ambassador Tarinway used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy.
Ambassador Tarinway left the Altmer embassy earlier after I questioned her.
If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee. Have someone smuggle her out of Grahtwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the Middens, at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
Alright, I'll meet you there. Looks like I need to go this way first.
I'm so chic.
I'm so chic. Oh.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up.
I'm not even down there yet. I wanted to talk to this guy first.
Orcs are all about honor and all that, yeah? I don't guess you've run into a big lumbering brute of an orc in your travels. Named Storg. Was a friend of mine. Emphasis on the was. I'm in a pile of trouble because of him.
What sort of trouble?
Maybe you've heard of the rite of theft. A wood elf tradition. If you pull off a particularly clever theft, you can demand payment from the owner for their things. Well, I stole this tree thane's bow, and then Storg stole the bow from me.
What's the problem?
The tree thane wants his bow back, and if I can't give it to him, he's going to have me hauled in and whipped. Last I heard, Storg was headed toward Vine Death Cave. The tree thane won't let me leave town. Could you look for Storg?
I'll see what I can do. Really should do. Speaking of, we really should do that delve. Yeah, I would want to do something. Like, say if I get 100 followers, I might want to do like a special stream for that. But I just haven't thought of what yet.
Fate summons you, champion.
But it's like, I got plenty of time to figure it out. Birthday stream? Not sure. Probably not, because I usually like to go and do stuff. Oh wow, the bandana. Is he seriously gonna follow me this whole time now? usually when you get far enough away, they say, "Oh, you're going the wrong way. I'll meet you back at that place." Funny thing, also, people keep getting this wrong. If it's on your neck, it's not a bandana. It is a neckerchief. Bandanas go on your head. But, oh. Funny thing about the neckerchief, though, Keijo originally didn't have that, as you've seen from my earlier art. It's like, I mean, you saw it. It was explained in my art.
I can't believe it. Free!
Oh, no, I'm not really that kind of like, how do I describe it?
Burn it!
Move now!
I thought I'd never escape.
Yeah, I have a bit of a speech impediment in that regard. Like, I think it's due to the fact that sometimes my thoughts go faster than my mouth. So, like, you know, I'm trying to, like, process thoughts while talking at the same time and stuff like that. No, well, I mean, I don't, like, literally have, like, a speech impediment. I'm just saying, like, in a sense, I do, in that way.
I thought I'd never escape.
Though, I guess, could it? I don't know. Because I didn't always have this problem. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, it's just like, could it be an ADHD thing? Maybe it's like like I was saying, my thoughts kind of move faster than than how I speak, and so like I don't process what I'm saying as fast or something like that. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, that's why I have weird enunciations, because I'm about to say something, but then I'm saying it wrong, and so then I'm like, bleh. You know, say it correctly. You know what I mean, right? What else was I saying? Also, yeah. Like. But yeah, blind taste tests and stuff. I'm not really like that kind of, let's say, content creator. Like, have you ever watched Good Mythical Morning? That's not really my thing. I mean, like, I like Mythical Morning, but that's not the kind of stuff I would do for, like, streams or videos. Never really watched them anymore, though. But I did like them for a while, like, back in the day. Is the boss supposed to be here or something? Or is he above me? What's going on? I guess the boss is supposed to be here. Yes, I know what it is, but I never watched it. I haven't watched many of the classic movies of back then, you know, like Ghostbusters, um, The Matrix, Indiana Jones. I never watched any of those. Independence Day. I know the references, never watched the movies though. Oh yeah, this definitely has to be where the boss is. Yep, there he is. I did it! That was the boss of the place, wasn't it? It didn't say, like, dungeon complete or anything. Urgh. No, get away from me. Dang it! I was so close. Ah! I think it's mostly due to the fact that live action movies never really interested me much as animated movies. I mean, I've watched a couple of classics, but those are usually comedies. Not that I can think of. Um, hmm. I suppose this counts. Hold on, I'll explain in a second.
If you're not here on Dominion business, I'll need you to move along. My time is precious.
I killed Skallag. Here's the proof.
A gruesome trophy, to be sure. But we've thought him dead twice before, only to learn how painfully wrong we were. There are many grieving families who will rejoice to hear of Skallag's death. Here's your reward. It's well earned.
The other night, every dream I had was just one bad dream after the next. I'd rather not go into what the dreams were about, but it's like I go to sleep, I have one bad dream. I went to sleep, I have this one bad dream, and then I wake up. And then I wake up and then go back to sleep, and then the next dream was another bad dream, and then I wake up again, go back to sleep. It was another different bad dream, and then there was like the same thing, and then there was like two more bad dreams after that, but a lot smaller in scale. And it's like, what is the deal? Maybe I just had a particularly stressful day at work that night. Because one of them was work-related, but the rest of them weren't, so it wasn't, you know. Right now I am, yeah.
This is taking forever.
One. Yeah, work is, it's the usual. But yesterday was, not yesterday, the day before. Um, that that day in particular was very exhausting, to say the least.
What do you have there? A book?
Here, I found your book on Wood Elf heritage.
This book? It's written in Akaviri.
You said that was fine.
This is wonderful. Nobody here will be able to find the source of my stories if they're written in another language. My Akaviri is a bit stale, but I think I can manage. You're welcome to stay for my performance.
I might stay and listen. Nah, I really don't like talking about work and stuff during
And now,
stream.
I'd like to present the secret history of the Red Pact. Every Wood Elf knows of the Green Pact made with Ifri. None may harm the forest or use its bounty for personal gain. Only meat may be consumed to survive. But few wood elves know of the deal struck before. Some say with Moloch Ball himself. Indeed, the Red Pact forbade the consumption of meat. It mandated the trees be cut down for homes, and fruit and vegetables alone sustain the wood elf people. Shocking, I know. But Moloch Ball wished to keep the wood elves weak and sickly by making them eat the very forest around them. Such is what the god of schemes planned. A slow death brought to the heart of Ifre's power. But the god of the forest was no fool. Approaching the dwindling, sickly wood elves and noting their grass-stained teeth, Ifre offered them a deal. They would make a new deal, a fresh green pact, and the forest itself would always defend them. And so the wood elves accepted Ifre's offer. The meat mandate defied Moloch Ball's Red Pact, as did the bone and leather used to build their homes. Moloch Ball's rage was great. He would repay the breaking of the Red Pact with the devouring of Gilvardel. But that is a tale for another time. Thank you.
What was I gonna say? One kind of funny thing about that night, though, is, like, then after, like, those 5 dreams, then when I was trying to go back to sleep again, I started having another dream that was, like, a follow-up to one of those 5 dreams I had. And it's like, oh, we gotta do this and this now because of that. And I was, like, in the dream, I was like, no, we don't, because that was a dream, it didn't happen, leave me alone.
Would you look at that line? We're drawing more people than in Auradon.
What will you do now?
We'll perform our hearts out. The Wood Elves will see there's more to the Somerset Isles than stuffy politicians. Return any time you wish. If there's enough call for it, we may have new performances to share.
Ooh, what's that? An outfit, look for footwear in the Debella. That's it? Just boots? I mean, yeah, it looks like I can get the whole... Where's the... Oh. Man, I ain't gonna have time to get that. Look at all these. Let's see. Complete 10 endeavors while grouped. Yeah, no, I literally am not even gonna be able to finish all of these. Feed 50 times as a vampire. That's annoying. Then I'm gonna get pieces of a set, of a style set, but not all of them. Dumb. But whatever, I guess I can combine it with other styles. Make my own cool look. You know what's something I wanted to do once because of the one Tamriel update? I once... Hold on. Makes more sense to... Get off the horse. Let's see... No, not that. No. Here we are. Costumes. Nope, wrong outfit. Where is it? I once made a character to look like Link and wore this outfit because it looks like a green tunic, doesn't it? And so what I was going to do a Zelda, like my own made-up Zelda playthrough, where I go through, like, Grahtwood first, because big tree, big forest, Link starting in forests and stuff, right? And then I'd go over to, like, I don't know, here, because lava wasteland, like Death Mountain, but I never really like went through with it. Just an idea I had.
Do not add to my problems.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told.
Are you certain Ambassador Twinway is inside?
Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her.
What's the plan if we find her?
Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naiman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a High Elf ambassador.
What can we expect to find in the Middens?
Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion.
How do you recommend we proceed?
Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinway before she buys passage out of Grahtwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I'd do. But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
I assume how, like, hold on. Which way should I go? Because there's this big bubble here, but that's likely referring to, like, the bottom, right? I suppose we could go this way, and then this way. That makes sense, I think. Let's do that.
See the world, he said.
No, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to search the guy. Also, the question you asked earlier about the creepypasta thing.
Please, let me go.
I'm actually not sure if it's attached to any creepypasta story or if it was just a spooky ROM hack someone made. But yeah, basically, it was a spooky ROM hack just simply titled SM64. I've played it a couple times, actually, and, like, I don't know, something about that last part, you know, with the glitched Mario chasing me, something about that activated, like, a primal fear of, like, childhood spookiness. Like, it was terrifying, but in a fascinating way, to me, personally. Oh.
Your words are wise, Lakuna. Now, come, sit by me and enjoy what we have to offer.
Ah, you tempt me. This one's husband is waiting.
But you have no husband here, my lord. My friends and I will see you for
We need
Stop.
Go around!
I always love doing that when lightning mages come up in your face and I just push them away with an arrow. My favorite, a class I like to use a lot in this game before I realized how useful being a Templar is, was a sorcerer. All the lightning magic and stuff, it was pretty fun.
Run!
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
It's too late! For the heretics!
On your feet. You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
You'll have me killed and served for dinner.
It's
Only
all.
if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving.
My childhood replay
Good
series.
working with you. I'll take her from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
My childhood replay series is pre-planned. I spent like days making a whole list of like all the childhood games I remember, and then putting them in order of when I could have possibly played them. Though most of them are in order of release date, since I don't know when I played this game, so I'll just put it mostly the miscellaneous games I did that with. But if I ever decide to come back to a game that I already played, that's sort of a spur of the moment type of thing. Yeah, not to get super sentimental or anything, but like video games in general, are I hold very close. It's about experiences. Uh, um, it's not just about playing a game, you know. And that's what my goal is, to kind of share the experience.
You know, in Aldrin, the Redderans live in a massive crab shell. It's not nearly this tall.
And that's like what my goal is for my childhood replay series, going through all the games I remember playing and talking about like what I remember about them, like the thoughts that I had at certain points when playing those games back then.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy?
Ambassador Turinway conspired against the Dominion.
Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it.
I captured Ambassador Turinway.
Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naaman. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very Dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
Nah, N64 was more like earlier childhood, though there are particular games that stuck with me. But no, the GameCube is where it's at.
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tarinway, a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Iren's representative in Eldenroot, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion.
What will happen to Ambassador Tarinway?
We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinway until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must. But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Iren at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process.
What do you mean?
The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Eldenroot. It will divine Queen Iren's capacity to become Empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tarinway assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage the proceedings.
You know, something, Bloody Roar? No, I've never heard of it. Something about, like, the dialogue in this game. For ending conversations, why is it always just goodbye instead of just, like, in brackets, end conversation? And also for completing quests, why isn't that also in closed brackets, the square brackets? just complete quest? Why is it just like complete quest period, like you're saying it? Will you cancel the ceremony?
Doing so would make Queen Irene look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Melaras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant, once you grow accustomed to the smell.
I'll speak with Melaras.
The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task.
Why can't Queen Irene delay the ceremony?
She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my sister is held to her pledge. How unexpected.
Why aren't they here?
Khajiiti political excuses are impossible to discern. I know the Main will not be present, and that's all I care to know. As for the Sylvanar, he died on Kenathi's roost. Thought he could negotiate with the filthy sea elves.
Will any of Queen Irene's allies witness the ceremony?
King Camoran Eridan. It's beneath his city, so there's no turning him away. And myself, of course. The preparations for this...
Please don't mind Prince Naaman. Ambassador Turinwe's betrayal is a shock to us all. But no matter, the orrery must work flawlessly for the Queen. That's what we will ensure.
What do you know of the orrery?
Enough to be of service. The orrery hasn't functioned as intended for ages. We planned to use some rather delicate magic to trick it into operation. But if Prince Naaman believes there was sabotage, we must look to an alternative method.
What sort of an alternative?
Why, we'll look to the past. According to legend, the orrery required a skilled operator, an alien source of power, and a divine spark before it would function. Without all three, it won't do anything but spin. Quite pretty, but not very useful.
Where can I find an alien source of power?
The heart of a numeral originally brought life to the orrery, according to the texts. It long ago went missing. But a member of the local mages guild named Larinalda theorizes it's in a local Ayleid ruin. She's currently at the Reliquary of Stars, seeking the heart of a numeral.
Explain what you mean by a divine spark.
I've researched this a bit. Really, you need to be in 3 places at once. Simple, right? But the fallen Esti winter site is rumored to hold a relic of the Khajiiti thief god. For our purposes, Radchin's mantle will serve as the divine spark, if it's truly there, of course.
Alright, I know what I need to find.
Wonderful! Have anything you find sent directly to the orrery. Once everything is in place, we can begin the ratification ceremony. And do refrain from referring to Conservator Daraneth as a missing element.
Well, I've already completed 2 of those quests on my way here. How about that? I knew I was supposed to come, like, here after going here. So we have a side quest going that way. Should I talk to him first and then go this way, just in case? Or, Well, it probably just flew under my radar, and I likely wouldn't have been interested in it anyway. Because back then, I especially did not care for anything that was all dark and serious and edgy. Except for Shadow the Hedgehog, but that's because that was attached to the Sonic franchise, so of course. And GTA, but I wasn't really into that for like the, I don't know, the serious aspect. Hey, you know what else is a game about, like, animal people, fighting evil corporations? Toontown.
Here, you can get a view of majestic Eldenroot in all its splendor.
I had a point, not too long ago where I was, like, obsessively making my own, like, custom paths for Shadow the Hedgehog, where I compile, like, a set of cutscenes and levels that don't normally go together to create my own, like, definitive paths. Still working on that, actually.
You look like someone who seeks to travel while earning honest coin. Would you like to hear about a great opportunity for both of these ambitions?
Tell me about this great opportunity.
It's simple, really. I need someone to travel to Redfur Trading Post and inquire about my lost shipment with Aranikane, the customs clerk. It's incredibly late, and the alchemist that ordered it is not the most patient of clients.
I could inquire about the shipment for you.
Grand! If you could, pick up the shipment and bring it back to me. I'd go myself, but Aranikane and I, well, we're not on the best of terms. A misunderstanding, but hazardous to my health. Tell her you're there for Tree Shade Imports.
If I find the lost shipment, I'll bring it back to you.
The customs clerk in Redford Trading Post should be able to help you locate my shipment. The client is not a patient woman, so do hurry.
Oh, it's a delve quest. Didn't see that one coming. Yeah, people have been saying cringe is dead. Be cringe, be proud. Cringe doesn't exist. It's just a word made up by miserable people to make fun of things they don't like. Well, I mean, the word is real, obviously. It refers to an action of cringing. But, like, the term how it's used.
Ifray, the singer, the storyteller, who resides in the...
My husband, Ningwanel, went for a walk yesterday morning. Said he wanted to get away from the squabbling at Eldenroot. He hasn't come back. I went looking for him this morning with our dog, and now my dog has wandered off.
That's a run of bad luck.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. The last place I saw our dog eat was near the fork in the road that leads to Cormount, just west of here. Take this whistle. Use it when you get to the fork in the road. I'll wait here in case he comes home.
Isn't this the same Khajiit I saw in, like, that town when I first got here? I'll find your dog, and your husband if I can. But the dog is more important. Obviously. Something popular that I don't particularly like. Oh, I know I definitely have an answer for that, but I can't think of it at the moment. I guess Fortnite, but that's, I don't know, that seems like a basic answer. But I swear there was something else. Something I feel more strongly about. I can't think of it.
Ironic. Huh. We come back to my homeland and I'm the one that falls into a ravine. I used to scale these rocks like they were stairs. I guess none of us are immune to the ravages of time.
You're going to be fine in the.
Just give me a second and I'll head back home. I knew Eat wouldn't leave me here to rot. Miss Zahabi will be worried sick. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, that's my two sides. Happy-go-lucky. Oh, everything is fun and wonderful, and then my other side, crotchety old man who hates everything and these dang kids. Everything is stupid and dumb now. It's better. Things back then were better. But I'm also not like that at the same time. Like, it's like I don't really care, but it's fun to complain about, you know? Ooh, there's a chest over there. Okay, so not back quest yet. What is this place? Why is it here? But no time to worry about that. We got stuff to loot over here. You know, those blue chests, you collect those to, like, boost your Thieves Guild ranking. Right? But, like, you collect those to boost your Thieves Guild ranking. So you would think that they would have a lock on them, because, you know, that's kind of a thiefy thing to do, pick locks. But no, you just open them and take the stuff inside. I am a millennial. I'm I'm on the cusp between like millennial and Zoomer, basically. But I feel more millennial. Because especially since trying to think. Like I was slow going on the technology craze. Like while other kids were already up on like for example, while other kids were already they were there for the whole smartphone when the whole smartphone thing started, but it took me a long while before I actually started using smartphones. Like Zoomers would say, "Oh, remember the good old days of smartphones with these fun mobile games like classic Angry Birds and like Cut the Rope and stuff?" And I'm like, "No, I wasn't there for that." I remember seeing commercials for things like Blackberries all the time though, but never had one. This witch was literally here just minding her own business, and I just come up and kill her. I literally had no reason to be here. Ah, I miss flip phones sometimes. I also miss phones that would slide open with a physical keyboard. I kind of hate touchscreens. I miss physical keyboards for phones. It had much better feedback. They were gonna grab that chest if I didn't get to it first. So yeah, they could take the Sky Shard while I get the chest. Ha! Got him! Wait, what was here? Oh. Great, it's gonna be another one of those moments where I have to sit and wait for the boss to come back. Because those players are already way ahead of me and likely killed it already. Yeah, the boss should be here somewhere. Oh, on that pile of bones. So now I gotta wait, thanks to them. I'll go wait over here. Oh, speaking of typos, I've seen those posts where like r/I had a stroke, that type of thing, where someone types something wrong and then they keep typing it wrong over and over again, uh, until they finally type it right. And I always thought those were kind of stupid because if you keep typing it wrong like that, why do you keep hitting send? Type first, look at what you typed, and then if it's still wrong again, fix it and then hit send. Why do you. Why? Yeah, I got angry because I was mashing my keyboard to make a point. Get out of here. This is my boss. You had your turn, didn't you, with your friend that you came here with? What? What does that mean? Unless you meant to say drag queen. What is a tag queen? No, that's stupid. Name brand clothes is dumb. I don't care about the stupid brand. Clothes are clothes.
I've got to get back in there. Stay back. There's only death ahead. Shades boiled out of the ground and fell upon us. So much death.
It's especially stupid when people spend like $100 on a basic t-shirt just because it has the Supreme or Gucci logo on it. What happened?
Mages Guild. They were excavating this ruin for artifacts, but they woke something up. Some of the acolytes are still trapped inside. If I don't do something, those acolytes are done for. But I've lost a lot of blood.
Stay here. I'll free the acolytes. My casual wear is just shorts and like a basic t-shirt, preferably an orange shirt. What I consider fancy wear is like dress pants, like the kind of pants you would wear to an office. Orange is my favorite color. Couldn't you tell?
You arrived in the nick of time.
Oh, speaking of like overly expensive clothes, a trope I always thought was stupid, which, I mean, it's not much of a trope, more of like a thing that actually happens, but it's also something you see a lot in movies and whatever, is like when characters get rich and then they buy a bunch of like fur coats and gold teeth and stuff like that, and it's like why is that a thing? Like why do you have to buy like fancy clothes you wouldn't otherwise buy just because you have a ton of money all of a sudden. I always thought that was dumb.
Thank you. I can make it back to camp from here.
Follow me quickly, before any more of them return.
I feel like I might know what you're talking about, but I'm not really sure. What else is part of the look? Because I don't know what you mean by Italian pants.
Research. All I want to do is research. Why do I always end up in life or death situations? Either in Darwin's Cursed or I am. Shades boiling up from the ground? What next? Trolls in heat?
Tell me what happened.
We were excavating for artifacts when Dominion soldiers showed up, demanding we turn over anything we'd found. And Darwin showed them what we had, but Lieutenant Urian insisted we work faster. No protocols, no safeguards.
So basically, it's like the modern look for like greasers. Like how back in the day it was all about like leather jackets and slick back hair. So whatever look you're describing is like the modern version of that. Yeah, I hate that kind of stuff too. Why?
I have no idea. The Mages Guild has procedures for a reason. Not that the soldiers listened. We found an ancient scepter made from bone. But before we could properly contain the artifact, one of those idiots grabbed it.
Is that when the shades appeared?
That's right. And if it weren't for you, I'd have joined them. I'm heading back to our base camp. You should speak with Darwin if you think you can help sort out this mess. You can't be any worse than Lieutenant Urian.
I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, in general, the whole alpha male thing is so stupid. Like, not just... Hold on.
Set it ablaze!
What are you doing?
Like, I could go on and on.
That's not your property. That bone scepter is the only thing of note we found. There's no end of trouble since we pulled it from the ruin. It's not dangerous, not directly. What I mean to say is that holding it won't rot your hand off. At least not immediately.
What does it do?
It summons all the shades, I suspect. It certainly doesn't control them. Not that I've found anyway. Although, the markings carved into the scepter are all Ayleid for Pale Sentinel. Could that mean the creature at the heart of the ruin?
What creature?
It's the only shade we've heard speak, though it mostly just wails. It is rather pale, come to think of it, and the scepter works obsidian into bone, which is an old form of necromantic control. Say, would you care to help prove a theory?
What exactly do you have in mind?
If that shade is in fact a pale sentinel, that bone scepter may have some control over it. And if it's directing the rest of the shades, perhaps you could force it to stop. Besides, we can't allow Telekar's ancient traps to remain active. Not this close to Elden Root.
Alright, I'll test your theory. Before I go, who is Telekar?
He was a necromancer, one of Menamarco's most talented apprentices, but he and his wife Vestari eventually left Menamarco's tutelage.
Why did they leave?
It isn't entirely clear. There are many theories, but they all boil down to a difference of opinion. Seems to be the way of things with necromancers.
Can anyone assist me?
Just a second, I have a message. I'm back. I didn't put up the BRB screen because it was just like a quick thing and it wasn't really AFK. I only really do the BRB screen if I'm going AFK, usually anyway. It depends. But anyway, yeah, tryhards, God, in general, no matter what it is, I hate tryhards. But more specifically, I hate, like, video game tryhards, like elitists. You know, the type of people like, oh, filthy casuals. You're not playing the game correctly. You have to optimize.
Leave this place. I won't let you wake him.
Is that Timmy Turner? Thanks for the heal.
No, please, don't wake him.
Is that the voice actor for Timmy Turner?
Stop. Don't make me go back. I was so close to escaping him forever.
Escaping from who?
Telekar. A bad man who sleeps inside these ruins. When he wakes, I'll be trapped here forever. I'll do everything I can to get away.
Is that why you attacked the mage's acolytes?
I did not. Telekar's servants hurt those people. They don't like you if you aren't from here. When he wakes, he'll control them completely. Just like me.
Wait. If I remember correctly, the voice actor for Twilight Sparkle is the same one for Timmy Turner, so that's probably who that is. Why should I trust you? Because I do hear a little bit of Twilight Sparkle in there too.
The Bone Scepter holds power over Telekar's monsters. Over me. I can't lie to you. Besides, lying is wrong.
Who are you?
One of Telekar's victims. But I don't have to be. If you can free me before he wakes, I'll leave. Then he'll go back to sleep forever.
I'm not sure I should help you.
I understand. I'm a monster. Nobody listens to monsters. But if Telekar wakes, he might do bad things to people who live in the forest. I don't want that to happen. Not because of me. I want him to go back to sleep.
Then I'll do what I can to set you free.
Hooray! Follow me inside the ruin. We don't want the Shades to hear us. They're his spies, you know.
Alright, I'll follow you inside. Um, but yeah, speaking of tryhards and elitists, like for one thing, it's like take Minecraft for instance. It seems what?
Shh! Be quiet in here. Telecar's servants don't like things with blood inside them, and they really don't like noise.
How can we keep Telecar from waking?
There's a big sparkly door inside the Constellation Room. It's this big lock Vistari made, to keep him asleep inside. She doesn't come around anymore. I think that's why the door isn't so sparkly.
Who is Vestari?
Telecar's wife. They fought and fought, because he was a bad man, and she was a good woman. But she thought she could change him. When she realized he'd always been bad, she locked him in here. But the lock grew weak, and now he's waking.
How do we reinforce the lock?
Vistari left 3 of the things we need in special rooms around the ruins. The 4th is stuck inside some of Telecar's servants. If you smash them open, I won't tell. But about all the pieces, I don't know how to make them work together. I'm sorry.
Where are these special rooms?
That's easy. The morning room, the smelly room, and the forbidden room. But don't worry, I can keep you safe. We should just go there. I'll point out what we need.
How can you keep me safe?
I can distract Telecar's servants. Point the bone scepter at one of them and I'll blind it. Then you can smack it until it falls down. Don't worry, it's not like you're hurting it. They get back up again, eventually.
I want to know what I'm looking for.
Oh, all right. The most important thing is the book Vistari wrote in when she locked the door. We need to find that so we know what to do in the Constellation Room.
What else do we need?
There's an old skull Telecar stole from Metamarco. Then there's a glowy vial. I don't know what's inside, but if you listen real close, you can hear whispers. Oh, and the Milky Rocks. You'll find those inside some of Telecar's servants.
Well, he said we had to be quiet, so I guess I can't continue what I was saying because that'll be making noise.
It's the smelly room. That glowy vial lit the hallways when Vistari carried it back from the Constellation Room.
You're being very loud right now, wouldn't you say? I'm here trying to be sneaky, and this guy, the girl, comes over here, freaking hi-ya! Forget it. So much for being quiet. So, like I was saying, like...
All the servants used to live in the cages, but Vistari brought that old skull back here. I'm sure of it.
This isn't so much an elitist issue, more of like a Minecraft in general issue. But it seems like nobody plays Minecraft like casually anymore. It seems like everything's all about optimization and speedrun tactics. And I hate it. And then you got people saying like, oh, Minecraft is boring. And it's like, bruh, you optimize the fun out of it. Like, the normal way to play Minecraft, as I see it, is like you start a world, you gather some wood and other materials, then you build...
The Forbidden Room. I come here to think sometimes. It's where Vistari left the book she wrote in when she put Telecar to sleep.
It's like, it's like you start a world, you gather some materials and stuff, then you build your house, you build your nice little house and all that and stuff like that. But then and then you
That's the
go
last of them. We have all the pieces. We should go to the Constellation Room and put Telekar back to sleep.
and then you go and start mining and stuff. You go and start mining, you go find a cave, you build like a mine shaft, probably. But no, now people are just like, oh, just like put your bed in the middle of a field somewhere, just out in the open with a couple of chests lying around. Go raid a village for their materials. Make a freaking go steal all the materials from a village and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, what am I doing now?
You have everything Vistari had when she made Telekar go to sleep. I don't remember how she did it. I'm sorry. But I know she used the altars in the Constellation Room.
Okay, so that wasn't correct. No, I wanted to examine the altar. Thank you. Yeah, that seemed obvious. Oh, look at that. That was correct also. Oops. No.
You have everything Vistari had.
I am trying to examine the thing. I don't think this works, but I'll try. Nope. Okay. What was this one again? Maybe it's this. Nope. I don't think this makes sense either, but I'll try it. Nope. It's a skull. Where could a skull possibly go? I guess they...
Something's happening. I think it's working.
Who are you? How dare you intrude within my... What? It's
no!
You!
Let me go!
What happened?
You there! Explain yourself. What are you doing in my home? Who are you? Why have you invaded my home?
Your undead servants attacked Mages Guild explorers.
The Shades defend my home from thieves. Neither I nor my servants bear any interest in the living. My work concerns one who died long ago. And now, I would know why this creature travels with you.
It wanted to seal you away.
Simple-minded thing. Those wards haven't contained me for decades. I remain within by choice. Now, I'm at a critical juncture in my research, and I need this creature to complete it. If you interfere, I'll drive you from my home. Now, be gone.
No, please! I don't want to stay here!
You dare interrupt me? Kalian, my son, see to this intruder. Again, you trouble me at a critical juncture. What must I do to hasten your departure?
Tell me what you're doing here.
Attempting to restore my son, despite your interruptions. That creature is a piece of him, an imperfect piece. If I reunite flesh and spirit, I can revive my son.
Why are you doing this?
He's my son. I'd do anything to restore him to a fraction of himself. With refinement, I can make him whole again. Vastari thought this hubris. If she hadn't left this world, I'd try to make her understand.
What didn't she understand?
That we could one day be a family again. I needed time to refine my methods, and time I have had. And now, I have his spirit. I don't wish to harm this creature. But without the Bone Scepter to control it, I must resort to cruder methods.
I have the Bone Scepter.
You what? That scepter is crafted from my own bones. It can bind the creature to his immortal husk. Once Kalian's wounds knit, I'll summon him here. You must bind the creature to his husk. Set things to how they should be.
Why should I do that for you?
You fear I would raise an undead army to march through Grahtwood? My wife and I spurned Mannimarco for a reason. But in return for binding this creature to my son's husk, I pledge we will remain within our home forever.
Why shouldn't I set your son's spirit free?
He was young when he had his accident. Too young. The creature you've met can't fully comprehend the world around it. Unless properly supervised, it could harm itself or others without knowing what it did. No, to set it free would be a cruelty.
How do I know you won't leave this place?
I broke through Vastari's ward just under a century ago. I have remained here ever since, attempting to restore what remained of my family. I will never leave, as long as Kalian remains at my side. This is my home.
No, please. You can't make me be a monster again.
What do you want, Kalian?
I don't want to be here anymore. It hurt when I was a monster. It hurt worse than these chains. I want my father to sleep so I can go away.
How can I make your father sleep?
I don't know. I wish you could use the bone scepter on him. Point it at his body. There, on the throne. And tell him to go to sleep. Then I could finally leave.
Where would you go?
Far away from here. Somewhere safe and warm. Somewhere where I'd have friends.
No! What are you? What?
The way he just slid in there.
You did it! You did it! I'm free! I'm finally free! Thank you. Thank you.
What will you do now?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll be far away from here. Telekar can't hurt me anymore. Here, I can open a portal so you can be with your friends. Tell them I'm sorry about the shades. As long as they stay away, they should be fine.
Why is there a way shrine all the way over there? Actually, I want to do these first, and then I'll use the way shrine. Good, the shades aren't attacking me. Oh, dang it, the portal is currently active, but is there anyone fighting at it right now? I don't think it would be active if there was nobody around, right? I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Dang it. Just have to wait for them to destroy it, and then have to wait for it to come back again. It's not counting, it's not going to count as me beating it if I don't do anything, right? Alright. Now I just have to wait for it to come back. These players don't seem too over... Oh, never mind. Well, I mean, it kind of took them a while to defeat that Dread Lich, so I assume they weren't very high level. I guess it's the fact that there's only 2 of them. Oh well! Works for me. Oh, it looks like somebody's leaving. looks like they're leaving too. Good! That means I can do this Dark Anchor by myself for once! Unless somebody else shows up. Happens to show up. Which they likely will by the time the Dark Anchor activates again. I guess that's the standard for these streams now, is going on for 4 hours. So, yeah, in the next 30 minutes, that's going to be the end of this stream. Grahtwood seems to be going by kind of fast. It feels like we're already halfway through. Though it may seem that way, I could end up being sorely mistaken. Yeah, the main quest for Grahtwood really wants you to go all over the place, doesn't it? A lot of other zone quests have you going in like a straight line. I wonder if there's like a set timer for these things, or if like certain things will influence them activating sooner. But if that were the case, I think people would be doing that already. Oh yeah. So what I was saying about the alpha male stuff earlier, um, like for one thing, not exactly alpha male, but still kind of in the same ballpark. Uh, like I seen like these meme videos. I was like, oh, living as a guy, how living as a guy be like, or something like that. And it's like every little thing they did, a voice echoed, "gay." Like if they touched the railing of a stairs in a weird way, it's like gay. They go to eat a banana, gay. Blah. So then they have to either stop doing it or do it in a different way. And then like there are these alpha male videos that it's like when you go to sit down in a chair you have to sit like this, don't do it like this because that'll make you look weak and this and that and you'll lose social status, and when you drink from a cup don't drink it like this, drink it like this. And it's like that just sounds like such a miserable experience, having to watch every minuscule thing you do, um, for the sake of not looking like less of a man and stuff like that. That stuff is dumb. It's like, how do you live like that? And this is coming from a person with social anxiety. What if I run all the way about... What if I run all the way over here? Wait, let me grab that real quick, since I'm over here anyway. And then I run all the way back. I've spoken myself plenty at this point. I need something to go off of. Oh my god, hurry up! when it comes to being in person, yes. It's not as bad. Oh, online. But now it's boss time. Let's go!
Bring forth the blood offering.
When Cold Harbor calls, Nern obeys.
Lord of domination and brutality, we sacrifice this innocent in your name.
Through the spilled blood of an innocent, we call forth your anchor to join our worlds.
Bind this world with your chains. Draw it ever closer to your realm.
Wow. Well. No, not here. Not like this. I got like 2 of them. I'm gonna wait for my heal to restart. Come on. See, this is why I need Templar abilities. Jeez, I keep dying so fast. Ah! Died again! It's a lot harder than I thought. Oh my god! I was trying to use the heal and he just didn't use it for some reason. I'm soloing. That's what I've been wanting to do. And I died again. God. Oh good, there's another player here. I actually want another... Oh, nope, they died. But they're coming back. Okay. Admittedly, at this point in the game, I would like some help. See, I don't mind some help. So long as it's not like a group, like a giant group of players that destroys it in 2 seconds. That's the part I have a gripe with. Ah! I mean, they go to everybody who participates, so...
I give you one chance to surrender. Surrender to your death. May your soul burn.
I pressed the big button because I was here first. Well, that was fun. Oh, I get to choose one? I guess I'll go with the Jack then. Stamina. But yeah, soloing these things is a lot easier if I had my Templar powers, because that's kind of the main, well, one of the main reasons I like playing as Templar. They have a self-healing ability, so I can just, if I have Magicka, I can just heal myself whenever, without having to rely on potions, and then having to wait for the potions to get off cooldown. And see, that's another reason why I'm doing, like, this, like, limiting myself in this challenge way, because it makes things more interesting. If I just went all out from the beginning, the game would get stale pretty fast. Yeah, I ate breakfast. I am getting a little hungry though, but I can wait until the end of stream. Some sort of breakfast burrito with like crushed up with like bacon bits, the scrambled eggs, and cheese. It was, yeah, it was a breakfast burrito. I wanted to do that.
Don't lie, Catman. I saw you eat that flower. I can't let you harm this forest without penance. The Green Pact demands that you pay for your indiscretions.
But this Khajiit loves to eat flowers. You're insane. Put that axe away. I have done nothing wrong.
The plants and the trees are sacred to the Bosmer. All true Bosmer, at any rate. I demand retribution for the flower you slaughtered and devoured.
Someone help! You there! Please! Talk some sense into that elf!
Here is the
He's a
temple of the
lunatic!
Eight. We accept the Eight, just as you do. Possibly more.
I thought the Bosmer worshipped only Hercine.
A common misconception, and there are many who do. Fortunately, the practice seems to be losing favor. With the formation of the Dominion, it may be a difficult tradition to maintain.
Ah, pity. Even a brief hunt through the Valenwood would yield prey worthy of hungry cat's claws.
Mothy, you worship Daedra?
No. But it is a romantic notion, is it not?
Are you done talking now? Not you, the NPCs.
Be sure to stay near, and don't leave the road. The wilds can be a dangerous place.
Anyway.
Please, talk some sense into that wood elf. I don't know anything about the Green Pact that he's talking about. I've been eating flowers my whole life. They're delectable.
This Khajiit thinks he can walk into this forest and kill and maim at his leisure. He may not follow the Green Pact, but I do. And I'll have him learn respect for the flowers and the trees before this day is done.
He might not be aware of your customs. This could be a misunderstanding.
It's always a misunderstanding. Do you know how many buffoons stumble into this place to tear up flowers and kick the trees? Damn it, the fool isn't worth it. Wasn't going to hurt him anyway, just scare him a little. Sorry, Cat. I let my anger get to me.
I understand. One time my brother, under the influence of skooma, also attacked me. Luckily, he could not climb trees in that state, though it was humorous to see him try.
You actually got the bow? Incredible. Did Storg give you much trouble?
He was already dead. He met his end in Vine Death Cave.
Vine Death Cave remains true to its name then. I'm sorry to hear it. Storg might have been a dunderheaded double-crosser, but he was still my friend. I figure I owe you what the Tree Thane paid me for the bow. Some thief I turned out to be, eh?
What was I gonna look at? Yeah. I wanted to look at something real quick, but I can't remember what it was. While I was over here. Oh, right, I just wanted to check my inventory space. Now, should I go this way to get to here, or should I go this way? I feel like I should probably go this way, because whatever this is probably going to lead me to this and this. To answer your question, like, yeah, technically, but more in a chonky way.
The slayer of High Kin Lady Estri, here among us.
You know what? We are almost at 4 hours anyway, and this does feel like a good stopping point because, like, this feels like a whole another thing. Like, I feel like I already did like this, and so like all of this over here feels like a whole another section, you know. So I'll save that for next time. So I'm just gonna head back to town, get my level up, and then that's gonna be it.
Fate summons you, champion. Will you answer its call?
Not right now, I won't, no. Yeah, I'm good. It's just like I said, it's like, I just feel like I just did a whole bunch of stuff already in this area, and then like this area feels like a whole another thing, so it's like this feels like a good stopping point. Oh, now I can sit here. Oh, cool. New bow ability. Let's go. Well, yeah, obviously, but what about these? Go figure. Well, no skills to apply. Oh well. Well, except for that one. Meh, don't feel like doing a raid today. Yeah, nah, I don't feel like it. So, yeah, we basically finished the first half of Grahtwood, and so now we'll be going on to the second half, and who knows, we might be able to finish it in the next stream. That'll be something. I expect that each zone will take at least 3 streams to finish. Though I have a feeling some of them might go up to like 4 or 5. Because I've definitely had some zones where I was like, oh my god, it just keeps going, I want to get out of here. But we'll see. Anyway, this is Keijo Kangaroo hopping off.